Hey guys, it's M16 again. I'm back and I've got another set of replays with the STB-1. But first, look at the little face. It's such a cute little face. Yeah, about that. Yeah, I've got some replays with the STB-1 for you today. And not right now because the ping went red right when I hit battle. And that's not good. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get into some gameplay with the STB-1. And first game is on Port Bay. I am not platooned with anyone, so let's see how well my team listens to me. The team is occasionally receptive to listening to me. Other times, some teams are not so receptive, and then we lose horribly. But this team seems to be listening, and I check behind me just to make sure a little bit. There we go. The heavies are worrying me, so I hit help a couple more times, and then I see the IS-7 coming, and I look at the map. Only one really not listening still is the Jagdpanther 2, so what are you gonna do? Anyways, up here in the, I guess, stereotypical medium spot on Port Bay, and what I tell my team to do right now is very important that I see a lot of teams doing wrong, is when they go hills on Port Bay and they don't find any enemies, they just kind of like circle around and switch spots. And then when you see the enemy team's looking for you in the hills and you're looking for them in the town. And then it's just like you went town but on the opposite spawn. So when you go hills on Port Bay and you don't find any enemies, just set up defensive locations. Don't go into town. Don't just do a loop. You're not playing. It's not NASCAR. Just stay in the hills, set up defensive locations, and then you'll be able to pick apart the enemy team while they're helpless in the town, because the town is just a massive, massive kill zone. And this Jagdpanther 2 got spotted trying to be in a sneaky sniper location, but our team shut him down very quickly. E75 spotted me, and I'm trying to see if he's going to be on this side of the building, but he's not. So I decide to go down and hunt. My plan is to go and do a complete flank of the team and catch them on their sides and rear. But the IS-7 put a damper on my plans. So what are you going to do besides load the gold and charge directly at him? And I see the ISU there. He gets a shot into me, unfortunately. And I bounce, and then I mess up and go there. And then the ISU is going after the T-44. And so I think the T-44 is going to be helpful and take care of the ISU while I'm taking care of this IS-7. But the T-44 decides to go full potato and back right off. And then the ISU ends up putting 2 more shots into me, which really put a damper on my plans. And I didn't even get to kill him. The ISU definitely had the 122mm gun though, because of that rate of fire and the alpha damage, and obviously the look of the gun. And right now, deciding to go to the right because I'm going to end up on the rear of the E100. I'm worried about the T-54, thinking he might come around the right side, but he doesn't. And then right when the E100 puts his fire out, I set one fire again. Very next shot, I end up setting the T-54 on fire also. So, yeah, that was pretty good RNG on my part. Kind of made up for my T-44 going full potato and not dealing with the ISU while I was dealing with the IS-7. But, I mean, what can you do? Potatoes are going to potate. Anyways, yeah, I'm not going to get to the T-54. But our team did very well. This is the proper way to play the Port Bay map. You go to the hills. If you don't find any enemies, you stay in the hills. You defend for a little bit, and once you weaken their numbers, you go into the town and surround them. And once they're surrounded, they're just completely helpless, and there's zero to no chance that you're going to lose. But you need to stay in the hills, weaken them, take a few of their numbers out, and then you go into the town. You're not playing NASCAR. You don't want to just circle around the map. And Himmelsdorf. I finally got Himmelsdorf recorded. Yay! I'm not in a heavy tank. No! Yeah, Himmelsdorf isn't very good for medium tanks unless you have a Russian tank or Russian medium with a good turret, or another tank with a good turret like the STB-1. And then, yeah, that Pershing had the balls to say, "Go Navy. Go Army." And Navy won, but the Navy doesn't have tanks. Guess what game you're playing, Sunnygen? I just said Sunnygen. I sound like Jingles. That's not good. But, yeah, with medium tanks, if you have a lot of mediums, you want to go to the rails. If you don't have a lot of mediums, you'd still want to go over here and support your heavies. And when the mediums on the other team come around and flank, you want to go and turn around and take care of them. But this position right here is a very strong position. And right now I'm just trying to bait shots from the IS-7 and the Object 268. There goes one shot. So I put another shot into him. And then I was looking around to see if they were actually aiming at me. Looks like the IS-7 or the Object actually hit the Centurion. I spot the Object 140, but I turn around, I go see if he's coming after me. He's not. He's not an immediate threat. And so I turn around. I'm going to deal with this Object 268. And right here, well, I penetrated, but penetrated his gun mantlet, so it didn't do anything. But right here, you can see the strength of the turret. It was an Object 704 AP shell that has 303 millimeters of effective, 303 millimeters of penetration, and it bounced clean off this STB's turret. So it is strong, but the turret cheeks are fairly weak. When I was driving, I drove past the intersection on Himmelsdorf. You don't want to be sitting in an intersection because that's how you just get shot from the flank. And then here is that SOB who had the balls to say, "Go Navy." I gotta teach him how the Army does it a little bit. And I'm gonna focus this Pershing until he's dead. And then I'm gonna go deal with the other two. But for now, I got shot by the ISU. Totally forgot about that. Yep. For now, just getting some kills. KB4, wasn't paying attention at all. Now I gotta go deal with that ISU that shot me, because if he shot me, you're not gonna get away with it if I have anything to say about it. He's trying to bait a shot, but I waited, I timed it, and I got the good, clean, accurate RNG roll. So I hit him right where I needed to, and I penetrated him perfectly fine. And this ISU is totally screwed. I'm not going to get to him in time. But I was thinking maybe I can get there right when he dies at least. So I have the head start like this, where I can take my time, go around him, track him. And then now this I-7 is a sitting duck. And just got the power to weight ratio to get around him perfectly fine. And yep, I don't know how that bounced, but it did, so I didn't end up getting the top gun. Would have been nice, but what can you do about it? All I have to say is, go Army. Yeah, post-game results. Ace Tanker. Actually got another Ace Tanker filmed. I usually don't get many of those filmed because I'm not recording most of the time, but ended up getting this one recorded, which is nice. And it's on the new map Himmelsdorf, which is also nice. And here's some efficiency after the game, showing how much damage I did to what. And then the poor Navy guy who decided he wanted to play Army and hopped into an American tank, got his butt whooped by a Japanese tank. And yep, I'll leave it to some highlights from karaoke.
Once in the spring,
you don't like Sweet Caroline, you are just flat out wrong. And here are some STB ace tankers that I got, because I have a lot of them, because it's really easy to get one right now. This is M16's World of Tanks Blitz replays. I hope you enjoyed my video, and as always, have a nice day.